What I noticed from Carolina Panthers premiere episode of All or Nothing. What's going on, Panther Nation? It's your boy LCameraTV here, man. And I've been working on something for a little while now, but I finally got it in place. I got my affiliate link for NFL shops, so you can cop all your NFL gear on my page. The link is in the description below, man. I know y'all want your Carolina Panther jerseys, hats, mugs, all types of cool stuff. You know, I got a Cam Newton jersey. I'm trying to get a Christian McCaffrey and a Luke Kuechly, you know what I'm saying? I got offense. I definitely need defense, man. So any NFL fan or Panther fan that wants some NFL gear, come to my affiliate link, cop some jerseys, cop some mugs, cop some stuff, man. Make sure you represent the Carolina Panthers when they're in London and wherever else, man. And thank y'all for showing love and tuning in. Definitely cop some gear. If y'all don't want the L camera, you might as well get the Carolina.
Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any video from my channel.
Yo! Welcome to LCameraTV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share some cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and Roman.com and wherever else. And guys, the premiere episode of Carolina Panthers All or Nothing came out last night or this morning, whatever you want to call it. Now, mind you, I know a lot of people are going to be like, what do you mean by premiere episode? Yes, they dropped the full season, but, you know, I'm taking this one episode at a time. And I want to give y'all my reaction, man. What I noticed, you know what I'm saying? One of the things that some of the things that stuck out to me. So we got a lot to talk about today, guys. So let's get started. The first thing that stuck out to me was the relationship between Cam Newton and Norv Turner. Now, mind you, I don't know if y'all remember, but before Cam and Norv got together, when they said that, you know, the Carolina Panthers were going to get Norv Turner as our offensive coordinator, everyone was like, "Oh, how is it going to work?" Norv played, you know, worked with traditional quarterbacks. He didn't work with a running quarterback, and you know how him and, you know, their age difference is huge age gap. How would they connect and everything like that, right? But from what I seen in the first episode, Cam and Norv have a pretty good relationship. Cam looks like he's learning from Norv. He's taking, you know, direction, and there's never been a situation where Cam wasn't a, you know, coachable player. But not to throw shade at Mike Shula, I don't think Cam was coached that well. I don't think Cam was, you know what I'm saying, like his raw potential was honed in like it should have been with Mike Shula. And that's why I was really happy when they transferred over to Norv Turner, because, you know, yes, Mike Shula had one great year or whatever where our offense, you know, basically went to the Super Bowl. But that year was more about our defense than our offense. Even though our offense put up crazy numbers. I remember it was a game we had like 5 touchdowns and, you know, they was taking pictures on the sideline. Well, if you remember that game, the defense had like 2 or 3 turnovers. They gave us short fields. And, you know, even if they didn't turn the ball over, they was getting 4 and outs like crazy. So it was, you know, and I'm not to discredit the offense at all, but it was an easier, you know, opportunity for the offense to score, and that's why we put up those major numbers. But outside of that, Mike Shula never really was creative or really helped Cam, you know, grow his game over, you know, time. And now that we have Norv Turner, I think that has happened. You already see the growth, you know what I'm saying, in the throwing motions and, you know, the way Cam in general plays the game. Last year, you know, was his lowest yards travel, you know, attempts, you know what I'm saying? So like before it was like 17 yards he'll throw on average. Now it was like 8, you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot more shorter passes. You could say dink and dunk if you choose to, but it was a lot more shorter passes, but they were effective. His completion percentage went up. It was the highest he had in his career, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of things that, you know what I'm saying, he was taking the smaller plays instead of just trying to go for the big plays. And you could, you know, kind of attribute that to the arm also, but in general, I think Cam had one of his best seasons in the beginning part of last year. And it just shows that Norv and Cam both bought into each other and actually are trying to learn. And, you know, Norv is, you know, trying to coach Cam, and Cam is taking the, you know, the coaching. And I think that's going to be a great marriage for years to come. And hopefully it continues to progress, you know what I'm saying, and they get along well, because from what I've seen, they got along pretty well. The other thing I noticed is how quickly a season can change. Now, Greg Olsen is, you know, in the very first episode, and I think throughout the whole, you know, season, he's very entertaining. He's a very interesting person. I love me some Greg. But it's so interesting how quickly a season can change, because Greg, in the beginning of the season, thought everything was good. His foot was fine. He was, you know, joyous, you know, exuberant, all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? He was in a pretty good mood. And it's to be expected. He was injured most of the year last year, or the year before that. You know, 2 years ago, which one, or whatever you want to do. But he was, you know, injured, so he was thinking he gonna come back, be healthy and everything like that. And for the most part, he was, until the Dallas game where he played and he re-injured his foot. And it just shows a shift in his mindset and everything like that. He was obviously visibly disappointed and upset, and you should be. You know what I'm saying? And it just goes to show you that just because you start the season off well, training camp goes well and everything like that, your season could change in a blink of an eye. And for Greg, obviously that was last season. He thought he was healthy. He finally got past his foot situation, and then it was another injury in the same foot in the same area. You know what I'm saying? Not another injury, but he re-injured it. So it was pretty interesting to see how these players go through it. Like it was sad too, man, because I know Greg obviously gave his all in training camp and gave his all in the off season, but for your season to end that early in the season and that quickly, it must have been disappointing for him. And obviously, he was pissed. You know what I'm saying? And it just goes to show you that just because things look like it's going well in football and just in sports in general, things could change in a blink of an eye. You know what I'm saying? It makes you think about the Julius Randle situation. He was a young kid. He was a rookie. He went out, did a routine play, and he broke his leg. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had lofty dreams and hopes of your first season as a NBA player, and you break your leg. You know what I'm saying? So things can definitely derail, and it just goes to show you that's how life is, man. Things do not always go the way you planned them. Things don't always happen the way you think they will, and you gotta just roll with the punches, man. And I know obviously Greg was upset, but Greg's a great team player. He was a great guy in general, and we all know that he's gonna still uplift his team and still be there for his team. But it's just sad that you put in all that hard work, and you get to in this situation you get to see their immediate reaction and how they feel about the whole situation. It's kind of it's kind of interesting, man, because you hear it from the outside, but remember in press conferences and stuff like that, they all say the cookie cutter stuff. You know what I'm saying? The stuff they're supposed to say. But this is a good situation where you get to see the real reaction, the real truth of your favorite football players. So it was really interesting to see. And obviously it was sad for Greg, but it was interesting to see the whole process. They took him to the X-ray right immediately from the field, and the whole reaction and all that stuff, man. It was pretty interesting to see, and it just shows that a season can change in a blink of an eye, man. So that's just part of the game, man. Injuries are a part of the game. And the last thing that was pretty interesting to see was David Tepper, man. Now, David Tepper is a guy who's been around football. Now, mind you, not in the same capacity. Obviously, he wasn't an owner, but he was a partial owner for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But the sheer fact that he still gets nervous, the first game of his Carolina Panthers. Now, mind you, obviously, is he more invested? Yes. But, I mean, come on, man. You've been around football for a long time, so it's just amazing to see somebody still be nervous. He was like, he don't know if he can hold stuff down. He felt like he was going to throw up. You know what I'm saying? He even said himself, I'm so nervous. And it's just interesting to see that, man, because, like, when you love something, whatever, no matter how long you do it, no matter how much you do it, you still get those jitters. You still feel that feeling, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, as an owner, he's nervous for his team. And, obviously, it's just pretty interesting, especially seeing him interact with the fans and all that stuff. It was pretty cool, man, because, me personally, I'm pretty sure, Cam Newton still gets nervous. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why he, exhales before every play or whatever, before the first play of the game. That's just how it is, man. When you do something that you love, you can't really get past the fact. Now, mind you, you might get more comfortable in that situation, but, you still feel that, you know what I'm saying? Me making YouTube videos, like, I love doing it, but it's always interesting on, how is everybody going to perceive it? How, people going to take it? What the comments going to be like? You know what I'm saying? All that stuff matters, and it you know what I'm saying? It just makes it amazing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure with David Tepper, it's the same thing, man. You have all these hopes for the season, how things going to play out, how your team's going to look. And obviously, the first game went pretty well, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we won 16-8. And, he had his first win as an owner, you know what I'm saying, on their first game. So that was definitely a good thing for him. But it just goes to show you that, like I said, when you love something, man, you never get past those real jitters, man. Like, you get more comfortable in that space. You understand the situation, you know what I'm saying? You can operate with those feelings, but it's always a amazing feeling to get back there or whatever, being an owner, watching your team, or just, being a quarterback, on that first play, or just making YouTube videos like I do. So it's a pretty interesting thing, man. And I didn't think, obviously, it just kind of shows you how invested David Tepper is in the team, man. He really wants the team to win. He really loves football. And it's just good to see, man, because again, you know, there's some owners out there that are just owners, you know what I'm saying, like shadowy figures that you don't really know about, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, own the team and you probably cannot say their name. But I like our new owner, David Tepper, because I feel like he's a very sociable guy. I feel like he's a guy who is involved with the community, and he's somebody that you want to get to know as a fan. You know what I'm saying? Most owners, like, they're not like that. So I definitely like that about, you know, David Tepper, and I definitely like that, you know what I'm saying? He really cares about the game, and he wants to interact with the Carolinas and just the team in general, man. So it's pretty interesting, man, and shout out to David Tepper, man. Well, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share some cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and Rumble.com and wherever else. And guys, get in the comment section, man. What stuck out to you in the premiere episode, which is episode 1 of All or Nothing Carolina Panthers season? Let me know what stuck out to you, man. I gave you my list of 3. Give me something that stuck out to you that you really, you know what I'm saying, even gave you a new look or perspective on the Carolina Panthers or a certain player or the owner, coaches, whatever. So definitely put that in the comment section below. Check out the Spreadshirt account and the Patreon page. Those links in the description below. You know what I'm saying? Cop some gear, cop some apparel. You already know what it is, man. Again, I'm affiliated with NFL Shops. If you want to copy your Carolina gear, definitely get that, man. The link is also in the description below. Check out my dog Renan Steen's page. It's very funny dude, very talented. And we also do a podcast together. It's going to be in the very end screen. Basically, at the very end of my video, it's going to be an end screen. It's going to be one of our podcasts. Definitely check it out, man. We talk about some real topics. I think you guys really like it. So definitely check that out, man. Share this with all your Panther family, anybody Panther related, anybody football related. Y'all already know what it is, man. And thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for showing love, man. And training camp is right around the corner. That means football season is about to gear back up. And I can't wait, man, because I think this is our year. Like I said before, I think the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Lakers will both win the Super Bowl and the NBA championship in the same year. And that'll be an amazing year for me. So, you know, because obviously I'm a Lakers fan and a Panthers fan. So, definitely that's what I'm thinking, man. And I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.